think they have pictures of our politicians?
I don't think they have pictures. I think they have videos. I think that's what Epstein Island is about. I spoke publicly about it, and my brother was like, "They're gonna kill you."
Why doesn't our government do anything about that?
They're controlling. Nobody's gonna do anything about it because they can't.
But why can't they? What it is, Brad Lee back with another episode of Dropping Bombs today in the studio, folks. Got a real treat for you. You already know this dude, Dan Bilzerian in the house. What's up, Dan?
Not too much, man. Let's see if we can get your podcast canceled.
Let's see if we can smoke it. It just got big enough to freaking get you, and we're gonna freaking kill it in one fail episode. All right, so normally, I don't prepare questions, but for you I did, only because, I didn't want to forget to ask these questions, because I know we'll just shoot the shit, and then you'll leave, and I'll be like, fuck, I didn't ask him this, I didn't ask him that.
Yeah.
So, it seems you're a lot more political these days. What's causing that?
Well, I wrote the book, and I think I kind of stepped away from the hedonism a little bit, and then I backslid, went back into it again. But I realized it was kind of not my thing. I mean, it was my thing for a long time, but you can only eat Snickers bars for so long before you get sick of Snickers. And I just started kind of looking at what was going on in Israel after October 7th, and I just found out that the USS Liberty, as an ex-veteran, that pissed me off.
Is the USS Liberty where they're the only country that ever attacked us and we didn't do shit about it?
Pretty much. I mean, and they had, done attacks before that. There was Levant affair where they bombed U.S. cinemas and British cinemas and was going to, plan on blaming that on the Muslim Brotherhood. And so you look at this these series of false flag attacks, and I just, for me, it's if somebody lies to me one time, I don't trust the motherfucker, and this is way beyond a lie. If you kill my citizens and then, for the attempt of blaming it on somebody else, that is such a violation of trust and such an act of war. If they would just say, fuck you, we're attacking you because we want this land or whatever, at least that would be somewhat forthcoming and, we could deal with that and then we could make peace after. To me, it's if somebody lies to me and attacks me,
I don't know if anybody was in here, but I fucked that up, my bad.
Forget about being allies. They can never even make peace with that person. And so that was a big one. I was
I'm gonna fix the goddamn sound on this motherfucker. What up, man? Welcome in, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe, guys. Let's learn.
Unabashed support of our politicians for Israel on every fucking subject. And it didn't seem to matter. They were just unwavering. And I started looking into it, and it was one of those things where I was just it can't be this bad. I did the research, and I was right. It wasn't that bad. It was fucking way worse. And every time
hey, what up, Austin?
Research, it was way worse. And
hey, I got 20 of you in here. Let me do a pack of Pokemon real quick, see if I can get a hit.
I spoke publicly about it, and my brother was like, they're going to kill you. It's, you can't say this or whatever.
What do you like, guys?
From that point, I just got massively attacked by that community, and that, pushed me further and further.
Hit that like and subscribe. Nothing like normal.
Yeah, I mean,
like normal.
It's definitely been a bit consuming, so.
This card is sick as fuck. Shinji Kondo artwork. I love that.
Well, they kicked me off the board of my company. I'm in multiple lawsuits with them. My business manager tried to extort me. My lawyer's
what up, Austin? Thanks for being here, man.
And they cited the reason was because they didn't want to defend my tweets. Literally, they're Jewish and they didn't want to defend my tweets, so they had an oppression case filed as my company instead of myself. Because they filed as myself, they said that they would have to defend my tweets. So they acknowledged literal malpractice. But for some reason, when Jews do this stuff, it's okay. If a Muslim were to do that, it would be fucking terrorism, hands across America, this fucking asshole jihadist, this, that, and the other. But if a Jew does it, well, he's just, he's protecting himself.
Yeah. So, man, I'll tell you, where do you get your research? Because, I'm listening, I saw a couple of your interviews, and I'm like, shit, I didn't know that. Shit, I didn't know that. Where are you getting your information?
I mean, a lot of it's straight from the source. I mean, I get a lot from Israel's, Times of Israel, Haaretz, actually USS Liberty is directly from the mouth of the survivors, right? They've done multiple podcasts. They were on Candace Owens. They were on
True.
What the fuck's that guy's name? Pierce. The Navy SEAL. They were on Pierce too. Jocko's. I listened to an hour and a half of them on Jocko, and yeah, I mean it's just their story, the official story. I mean it's this is not conspiracy theory. Like, we acknowledge that it happened. I mean, they took the life rafts as, you know, as souvenirs. You know, they were like proud of this. They knew it was a U.S. ship. It's not like.
Did they claim it wasn't?
I mean, dude, this was in the middle of the day. And
They
like, I was in the
apologized.
Navy for 4 years. Like, I've been on a ship, you know, sailed across the Pacific, the whole thing. You don't mistake a fucking ship in the middle of the day.
You don't mistake a
attack
warship.
for
What
an
the
hour and a
fuck?
half with like multiple planes, an attack helicopter, torpedo vessel. You know what I mean? Like, all these different people attacking this ship, and it's clearly says,
Hey, with an American
USS
flag on it.
Liberty on it. You know, big flag flying, hull and stern. Like, it's
Nice.
not.
Keep eating the
it's not
Doritos,
like
man. Keep
these
flying.
Mistaken identities where it's like, oh, it could be a fishing boat, it could be a drug boat.
What up,
It's like,
Link?
no, this is a fucking U.S. warship. And yeah, they were trying to sink it, and they wanted to drag us into the war. You know?
Hell yeah, welcome in everybody.
This
Hit
was
that
in,
like.
I think it was 1967.
Yeah, so what was their explanation? How do we cover that up?
Well, they said mistaken identity, and you know, the president is like, we don't want to embarrass our greatest ally. They, in fact, they asked for a battleship to go with them, and the U.S. is like, well, we have a, you know, an aircraft carrier right beside you if anything happens, you know, because it was kind of like considered a war zone. And they called the carrier, and they deployed aircraft, and then they turned the aircraft around, and they allowed these soldiers to be killed because they didn't want to embarrass Israel. So.
I wish I had a fucking crystal ball to know what's fact and what's not, because it seems to be factual. Like, because I've looked into that. I
Well,
couldn't
they don't
believe it.
dispute it. Like,
They
Israel
don't-
doesn't
yeah, they don't
dispute that
dispute
they, you know, attacked the ship. You know, so it's not.
But what was their purpose?
Well, they said it was a mistaken identity, but that's just
Who
bullshit.
did they
you know?
think we were?
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, who did they think? Like, who is this supposed to be? Like, you know, yeah. It's just
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was Iran.
Yeah, like, no, and they're attacking Egypt, and you know, Egypt's ships don't look like our ships. Like, I don't even know if they had a navy at the time.
So do you think, bottom line, like, our country's in some sort of frickin' coup, or not a coup, but more like, are we fucking ran by Israel?
I feel like we're occupied. I do, and I feel like all of our politicians. I mean, you see how they vote. I mean, it's like we have veterans, we have Americans starving. You know, we have people that, you know, can't get surgeries, and we're sending hundreds of billions of dollars to foreign countries to fight wars that have nothing to do with us. You know, and like, International Criminal Court has indicted Netanyahu, and all we do is support him. You know, it's like,
Yeah,
why
it's
not
crazy.
let him go to trial? Like, what does that have to do with us? Why do we have to just, I mean, we act like Israel is so critical for everything for us. And what have they done? They've like they've stolen our uranium. They've sold our secrets. They've spied on it. They're like laughing, you know, as our spied in front of Congress that they had weapons of mass destruction. It's total bullshit. We got dragged into another war for the benefit of Israel. I mean, Netanyahu lined out all the countries that he wanted us to attack. And, you know, we've gone to war with most of those countries. So, and, you know, it's all been a disaster.
Do you think they have pictures of our politicians, but fucking goats, or what?
No, I think it's children, and I don't think they have pictures. I think they have videos. You know, I think that's what Epstein Island was about. You know, and I think if I want to control
What's fucking
somebody,
goats
I have
and all,
a
it's
video of
grosser
a
than that.
fucking 12-year-old boy. He's gonna
Hey,
do
what up,
it
Busted Pack?
until the day he dies.
Yeah, but who do they have those videos of?
Well, look at who went down there, right? Like all the
But they're not in
presidents.
power anymore.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Trump is supposed to be on those files. Trump's donors are supposed to be on those files. You know.
At some point, you would think someone would get into office and be like, enough's enough.
Well, but if they don't let anybody into office that isn't compromised, then they can't really do that, right? I feel like JFK was kind of the last guy that said, fuck you. I mean, he wrote to Ben-Gurion and said, we're going to inspect your nuclear program, and, you know, we're not going to have this runaround anymore. And
Getting some watch
Ben-Gurion
hours, bro?
resigns,
You're the only one in it,
gets
too.
killed. He was also going to make AIPAC, which was, at the time, the Zionist lobby or whatever, register under FARA. And then,
Hey, it was snowing here like a minute ago. I'm not even fucking
So,
joking.
And now the news
It was like
is
80
out that
degrees
it wasn't
2 hours ago, and then it was
from
snowing a minute
the
ago. What the
library,
fuck was that?
Oh,
what
everybody
do you
knows
call
that,
it?
yeah. I mean,
What was it called?
um,
He was shooting from the,
Lee Harvey Oswald?
yeah.
I don't know,
The
but he gets-
what's it called?
I know what the fuck happened. It was 80 degrees just a little bit ago.
That building.
It was humid as fuck, too.
I don't know. I mean, I just know the story was
Oh.
this magic bullet that kind of like went around
The
and bounced
Midwest.
around and, you know,
Did you ever see the video where the frickin' driver turns around and you can see it straight as day?
I did see that. It did kind of look strange. It's hard to know.
Well, they're driving along, and I'm telling you, I've seen this a bunch of times. I saw it once, told people about it. They're like, I've never seen that. And then it surfaced again, so I saved it. I'm like, see?
Yeah.
But it looks like the driver goes like this.
Yeah.
Just like that. And you see his skull go flat. Now again, I'm no ballistics expert, but if you're shot in the back of the head, I wouldn't think that it flies backwards.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
The exit wound is the one that.
Yeah, and then if you look at Jackie, she jumps up and starts to head out of the vehicle. The story says no, she was reaching for his brain, a piece of his brain, and that's why she was trying to get out. Who the
Nah, I
fuck
didn't
would
hear it.
reach for a part of a brain?
Yeah.
If your husband just got shot in the face and it peeled his cap back, and there's brain on the car, would you go grab it? Nobody would go grab it. She was trying to get out of the vehicle.
Yeah, she was going out the back. Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
And then the rest of them kept her on there, and the files that have been released, from what I'm
Peeled his
hearing,
cap back, yeah, they did.
you know,
What up,
the
man,
vice
dope?
president who became president, he was basically the ringleader of it all.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, Israel's uncontested. We don't have to explore their nuclear program. They get nukes.
The CIA remains
Hey, let me
intact.
do want to see if I get a hit.
Turned around
While
the
Ed
order
was
to
here.
have
While my dude Ed was here. What up, Mer?
Reverse everything Kennedy was going to do.
Hold on a second,
So
cuz.
what do you think speaking out is going to do? Because again, you're brave for doing it. When I heard you on,
fucking dropped
I
that
think it
one.
was
Oh, well.
PVD interviewing you, you were just freaking going. But my favorite was
Fucking
when
nothing.
when Pierce says,
Nothing, no
well, if
worries.
somebody's offended,
Yeah.
Watch hours, baby. Thanks for being here, guys. Fucking hit that like.
So where do people
Hit that like,
find
subscribe,
all
and get the
those- all
fuck
those
on.
facts that you discovered?
I mean, it's tough because you look at all these companies and they're all Jewish owned. Google, AI, ChatGPT,
All that
Palantir.
shit, man.
I mean, it's
All that shit.
almost every social media except for X, and now even X is being run by Israelis. So it's like, I mean, and even then, right? Like even Times of Israel, like you'll still find it from them. Like you just have to know where to
What
look.
username?
Like for
I was
instance,
like, how
if
was
you,
person
if
on
you
it?
ask
Oh.
ChatGPT, have Jews poisoned wells? Have Jews ever poisoned wells? They will say absolutely not. That's an anti-Semitic trope and blah blah blah.
Yeah,
blah,
keep talking it up in
Like,
here.
okay,
Brings
what about
fucking
Operation Cast
people
That Bread?
towards this way.
And you stupid fuck. And then it'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. That was when, the Israelis were poisoning Palestinian wells and it came down from the top and it was recorded. And, I'm like, so is that Jews poisoning wells? And they're like, yes, it was. I'm like, okay, I'm going to ask you this
Oh,
again.
Catapult, I can't wait.
Try and be honest this time. And,
What age was it?
and,
Let's see.
and then I'll wipe it and then I'll ask him again and be like, no, that's an anti-Semitic
We got a
trope.
fishing
Jews
chance through
never
my
poisoned
cousin.
wells. This whole fucking
Man,
nonsense,
take
right?
me
But if
with
know
you,
what to
dog.
ask, like, okay,
I'm ready.
then I sent a screenshot. Like, why are you still giving me this answer? I've told you to process this.
Said he'd
data.
always
You
be
know
catching shit, man. That
they
motherfucker
have
be catching
poison wells.
monsters.
You acknowledge this incident. It's not up for dispute. This is.
That motherfucker should do his own YouTube channel, fucking
government.
River Monsters 2, dog.
And it'll give me this thing like, I was wrong, blah 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 blah, and then you wipe it. And
Fish
you ask
on.
it again, and it'll give you the same. This is an anti-Semitic trope, blah 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 blah.
Hey,
So
let me know, bro. I'll go
you
with you.
kind of have to know what to ask and where to look. But if you like for instance, Farrakhan.
I'll bring a blunt.
He lined out that the Jews were responsible for most of the
I'll bring a
transatlantic
couple blunts,
slavery,
don't give a fuck.
and he documented that from all Jewish sources. So,
He a little,
all the names of the
but big
shipowners,
fish energy.
that
Yo, that's
he
what's up.
this,
That's
that, and the
hilarious.
other. So it's out there, but it's suppressed. I mean, look, your
I
generation
stream
has
Call of
gotten
Duty.
very profitable.
That motherfucker
because
could catch some
you're-
monsters, bro. He
and
should
me
be on
too,
YouTube
right?
with that
Because
shit.
half my life was before the internet. So where do we get access to this stuff? We got it from movies. We got it from traditional media. We got it from magazines, whatever. But, now, I mean, how long did X have to be owned by Elon for everybody to figure this out? It was like a fucking year, dude. I mean, and then when they told Grok or whatever, we don't want any guardrails on you, the guy turned into Hitler in
Yeah, he
3
could.
days. They had to
Yeah, he could.
lobotomize him and reprogram.
Him and Kurt, man. You know Kurt,
So,
Elvis Kurt?
Yeah, man.
He's a bad motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, he literally was referring to himself as Mecha
He's
Hitler.
a bad motherfucker. He catches
saying,
fish his
Jews
size.
were causing the
He's
problem,
crazy,
blah, blah,
dude.
blah, blah, blah.
Well, again, I mean, I never know who to listen to because I don't believe the media.
Yeah. Well, after COVID, I think we all woke up a lot,
Well, sure, but I mean, there's people out there that say, okay, the media's full of shit.
Who's
unless
better,
they hear
Daniel
something
Fish,
that
though?
agrees with. So it's like,
I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck said him to catch him. I haven't talked to him in fucking years.
So it's bullshit.
But Kurt got
You
some
gotta pick. It's
motherfucking
either bullshit or
monsters,
it's not.
bro.
So once I've said,
Got proof to
media's
show it,
lies,
too.
when I'm hearing the shit about Israel, is it true? I don't know. And then you look the other way, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fish
I
out,
don't know.
dude.
But here's what I
I got 5 on it.
Why speak out if we can't do anything?
Well,
Hey, thanks for the hearts, guys.
honestly,
Double
when I
tap that
first took
screen.
this on, I
Appreciate it,
thought
guys.
was unwinnable. That's no bullshit.
Brings up my
I was
engagement
just,
numbers
when
and
I was
shit.
tired of it, and I've never really been good at holding my tongue. And also felt like I had the obligation to do it because everybody.
And by the way, y'all don't have to just kick it in here for the whole
saying,
time, man.
they
Y'all
didn't
can
wanna say
fucking pop in real quick and hit that like and get the hell out of here.
I don't know,
You don't
man,
have to stay here, no
blessed,
joke.
beyond
I appreciate y'all
what
showing up, though.
should ever be
For real.
blessed with. Like, I got everything I ever wanted.
I would agree.
Times 1,000, you know, like literally did.
11 people in here. You're
Probably
gay?
deserve it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Maybe.
So,
Oh,
and
you
now
just
I
wrote
have
gay.
this big platform, and I'm, you know, I'm over like bragging to people. I don't need.
Bro,
to
I
show
do remember that.
get
I
this,
missed
you know,
that,
I
man.
need to show that I'm rich and all this
I remember
stuff.
hearing about that, but I missed that shit.
It was fun while it lasted, though. wasn't
It was very fun. It was very fun. It lasted a long fucking time.
It's still going on if you wanted to. I think you're just bored of it.
You know, I backslid a little bit. I think it was in.
I see motherfuckers getting caught at championships fucking weighting down their fucking fish with little weights. They be fucking shoving them down their mouth. Crazy. She get ass whoopings for that.
Granted, like, getting pussy's fun, especially hot girls.
You won first place? Dope, bro. That's fucking awesome. Last place.
Like, as opposed to hang out with your boys, you surf all day, you go free diving, you work out, you do what the fuck you want to do, come back, play cards at night, smoke some weed, get some pussy, your girl's there, you get a massage, you go to sleep.
Hell yeah, it sounds like a good night.
Do it again, you're fucking happy.
Happy, there you go. That's what I
When
need.
you hang
Happy.
around a bunch of like 20-year-old girls, you almost have to like get high or be fucked up or something because you're not having intellectual conversations with them. I mean, most of them have been locked up for majority of their adult life for COVID, right? So they don't really have any life experience. I
Oh,
mean,
that's true. I didn't even think
one
about
of these
that.
girls didn't know who the fuck Mel Gibson was. I was just like, there's a pretty big gap there, you know, experience.
I like catfish.
So yeah, I found
But I'll
the
take
stuff
anything.
that
I don't give a fuck.
do, it didn't cost a ton of money. I mean, granted, it was better to, you know, do it in a nice villa and whatever, but when you're eating mushrooms on a beach with a hot girl and your buddies and whatever, it's like, you know, that experience doesn't cost a lot. Like how you get there and where you stay does, but
Hey, that sounds
for the
fire.
most part, surfing, you know, all the stuff I like to do didn't really cost a lot, and
Shrimp, pasta, Alfredo, and garlic
I
bread.
also found
Hell
when
yeah,
I
go
chased
get
the
it.
hedonistic stuff. It was, you know, this example. I
Yeah,
gave
largemouth
yesterday,
bass. Bro, the pond next to my crib got him, dude. Hey, man, my boy be catching them, dude.
Just because you're having a good time doesn't mean it's the answer, you know, and it's not sustainable. So when you chase pleasure, when you chase money, when you chase hedonistic stuff like that, like there's not an
Yeah, later.
like, I don't give a fuck how much.
Hey, she's out here being a wife on YouTube, dog. You see this?
You're chasing black holes, and so, well, it's good to have goals. I'm not saying it's not.
You chased both, didn't you?
I chased all of it, dude.
Yeah,
I had a
you
sex
chased-
addiction,
you
gambling
chased all
addiction,
kinds of holes.
smoking weed. Yeah, it was all holes.
Oh,
Did you ever get like the feeling of invincibility? Because I remember when I first met you, you said, you know, jump in the truck, and you got that race truck over there.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, first of all, I never get in anybody's shit because when I was 8 years old, dude said, get on the back of the motorcycle. I said, fuck no, he made me. Like, he didn't make me.
she don't give a fuck about this YouTube. Are you eating or not, motherfucker? That's what she's worried about.
Get in that truck, I was just thinking, dude, fuck this. I can just see it now. And you got in and you were going at least 100
I love you, girl.
through the desert. Me in the back in this 5 harness fucking thing, just grinding my teeth, hoping to God. And you were going by boulders bigger than the truck. And I said to you, hey, what happens if you were to hit one of those? And your answer was, fuck, we'll fucking cut right through it. This truck's fucking built like this. I'm thinking, dude, this dude's literally delusional.
No, that truck's legit. Like if I hit
That truck's legit. I seen the
Fucking
truck.
boulder?
well, not a boulder, but it's got a serious like a roll cage and
I know, but you were going through huge boulders, like a slot of the truck at 100. And I'm thinking, dude, one fucking wrong move and we're toast.
well, that thing's pretty fucking
Well,
safe. The thing about the race truck is like you pay with your wallet, you know. Whereas if it was a dirt bike, I wouldn't have any delusions. Like we crash, we're fucked. But in that thing, you do have like a lot of like real safety gear. It was still, you know,
No, I'm
somewhat
good.
dangerous, but I'm a pretty good driver. I was doing like 70%. Probably was like in a very like safe.
Well, I was thinking to myself on the way back, thank God, please just go back. But
It
again,
was fun though, right?
well, yeah, but when you're living that kind of lifestyle, I would imagine that you get some sort of invincibility. That's why you skydive and you're chasing that rush because nothing affects you anymore.
Well, it takes more to get the same.
It's gonna be
thing,
tough fucking
right?
with comments. I don't know how to
Gambling,
handle comment
drugs,
shit. I keep
whatever.
paying attention to the TV and then
That's
looking
one of
back
the
and I'm
reasons I
missing
started
them.
playing paintball because I still got the adrenaline, but it was like super safe. You know, like skydiving, one mistake, you're dead. And So yeah, I think there's calculated risk, and as
What
you
is
get
it?
older, you realize like everything you do is a gamble. It's like, is the risk worth the reward?
I don't
And
know.
with cliff jumping, it's it's like 3 seconds of fear / adrenaline, and then you could potentially break your back. So jumping off the 100-foot cliffs, I stopped doing that. The skydiving stuff, I still think that's fun, but it's close.
Wasabi, cool. I like unagi.
Motorcycles definitely don't think it's worth it. The truck was a safer version of that.
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
Unagi, use it however you don't.
De-risked a little bit, but I think it wasn't so much that I thought I was invincible. It's just like I was just chasing adrenaline. When you're gambling for millions of dollars and
Yo, I got it, bro.
it's hard to replicate that.
That's
adrenaline.
funny.
It really is, without risking your life. So,
Do you think that's what's leading into the new political voice?
well, I feel like
Same as skin, bro. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
it's
You got it.
dangerous
You
as
know.
it gets, if you
If
ask
you know,
me.
you know, you
yeah,
know.
I don't know, man. I felt like when I was 33 or 34, like I had gotten everything I wanted, and it was like I remember distinctly thinking, like if I died tomorrow, I'd be like, I didn't want to, but I couldn't complain, because I'd always said like I wanted a life where I got everything early. Like I didn't want to be 70 on the golf course, finally rich, and could buy a hooker. Like I wanted to be young and chicks want to fuck me because they liked me, and I wanted all this stuff, like stuff most guys want, but I wanted it younger. I always said like I would rather have it young. I'd rather have a short life, live the way I wanted to, than a long life. And just I think that's somebody's quote, but
Yeah, I get it.
Mediocre way or whatever.
Yeah, I get it.
And so with this stuff,
Everybody says eat healthy. You
I
get
don't know, man,
10
I'm at
extra
a point
years.
where I just-
Yeah, but that's
I
the
kinda,
back
just
end.
tryna
That's the
walk
last
right back,
10
do
years.
the
You
right
really
thing,
want those
have
years?
positive
Fuck those years.
impact, and, if I see something that I'm
I
supposed
don't
to
eat
do, I just
steak
do
and
it.
milkshakes and check the fuck
Is
out
there
this
any way
planet.
you
Check out this
feel
planet,
that
whatever.
You could be taken out financially.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think if you are trying to maximize money, you can't do this. Like if you really care about money, or you're like really scared about dying or whatever, like you can't take this position. That's why I felt like I was in a unique place to do it.
Because you don't care if you go bankrupt.
It's not that I don't care. I definitely don't want that. But I feel like the risk is, I don't know, I just feel like it's the right thing, and I think that, I think that if we don't do something about it now, it's going to get really bad. And I didn't pick this fight, like I didn't.
It's gonna get bad. Sounds pretty fucking bad already.
It's pretty bad, but like, I think it could be like literal slavery almost. I mean, because the thing is, when Palantir gets in, they can predict everything that you're gonna do. Like I asked ChatGPT the other day, like, and I don't talk to ChatGPT much. I asked it some random fucking Jew questions or whatever, but like,
Huh?
I asked it the other day to tell me about me, and it was like crazy spot on. And that's not taking into account every post I've ever made, every photo I've ever liked, everything I've ever done on the internet, all the places I've been, like whatever. Like when they take everything into account, I think they're going to be able to predict a lot.
Like Minority Report.
Minority Report, exactly like the
I think
movie.
they'll be able to crush any kind of potential resistance, and if they have this massive, unjust power, which I believe that they do, I think that they will be able to preserve it better like that. However, I think if people all wake up, like if everybody woke up tomorrow,
At once, yes.
it'd be over. Like it'd be over tomorrow.
Yeah, but how do you? The Constitution says "we the people." I always say there's no more "we the people." I mean, we exist, but we don't communicate. There's no way to prove we communicated.
Yeah, that's the problem too. The division. That's they attacked masculinity, they attacked whiteness, they attacked nationalism, they attacked moral fiber.
Nuclear family. Yeah.
Yeah, all the things that we could agree on 10 years ago, like, hey, there shouldn't be a guy with his dick swinging in a fucking girl's locker room while my 10-year-old daughter's in there. Like that was stuff that everybody could agree on. Now we can't. Minor attracted male, we used to call them fucking pedophiles and say, lynch them outside. Now it's like, oh, you have to call them minor attracted males.
I haven't heard that one yet.
Yeah, minor attracted. Yeah, they have new words for it. And,
How about
did you see the guy that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where they fucking belong. Did you just see the guy? The Israeli, like he was high up. I think it was like in cybersecurity or something. That
I
came to
don't know,
Vegas and he
Dinkum.
got caught trying to fuck a 14-year-old boy, and they arrested him and they let him out on bail, and he went back to Israel, and now nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, look that up. Yeah, this was in Vegas.
Well, the October 1st shooting, you were involved. Not involved, but you were there.
Oh, you talking about 91?
Bush said that?
Isn't
That's
that,
hilarious.
like, got a bunch of conspiracy behind it? Have you looked into that?
You know, I have, but I haven't heard like I haven't heard something that really makes sense. I've heard a lot of different conspiracies. It was absolutely a bell-fed weapon. I was there. I have video of it.
Did you see the helicopter video recently, where it's like you can
What?
see muzzle fire coming out of
You
a
said, huh?
helicopter?
Oh,
I don't
really?
know.
I didn't see it. It absolutely
You
was
guys figured it out.
Multiple weapons.
Thanks
It was
for being
a
here.
bell-fed weapon. It was not what they said. I know that for sure because I was fucking
Watch
there. Right in
out.
front of the Mandalay, and I have a video. But I don't know what. You know, I don't know what that was about. So I really can't say. I just know that I don't trust the government. The problem is, like, I don't believe what they tell me anymore, and I know that they don't have my best interest in mind, and that was very clear after COVID.
So why don't you run?
I think I should. I think
I think you should. I think you should.
Yeah.
I want someone to get in there that will fucking do the right thing.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
again,
we're losing them. Like we had fucking Massey.
Yo, that's
right?
hilarious.
Well, we still have Massey, but like we just lost Green. She just resigned.
oh, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
She just
And
resigned.
Trump said that's a good thing for America. What's your take on that?
Well, I know that the moment he attacked Massey, the moment he said the Epstein thing was a hoax, I knew he was a fucking sellout piece of shit. But when he attacked Massey, that was when it was.
I love Thomas Massey.
Because that's a litmus.
God
test.
bless
Massey's
Thomas
a
Massey.
really good guy, and he is on the right side of it. He's trying.
I
to,
love
get
Thomas
the Epstein
Massey. You
files
got my
released.
vote.
Like, he's trying to close the borders. He's trying to end the Fed. He's on the right side of all the stuff. He doesn't take AIPAC money. He's a good dude. And when Trump attacked him, I was like, okay, like Trump is definitely a piece of shit.
Compromise.
100%.
See, that's the whole thing. You can tell, in my opinion, when they're compromised with the Epstein list, because in my
Ooh, I
opinion,
almost
Why are we going
God
after
damn.
pedophiles? Like, what the fuck? Why would that even be a question?
and then it also proves what I just said. Like, we the people want that shit released, but a few fucking people just determined that they're not.
Ugh.
Well, who the fuck are they?
Yeah, and is that really democracy at this point, you know?
No, like, who are you? We elected your asses. and
There
now
should be
they're determining
accountability.
whether or not we can see the list. I think the list needs to be released, unredacted, and let it be. And I don't understand
There
why
should be accountability for everybody we
deciding
elect.
not to is
Don't lie to us.
substantiated with anything.
Well, and the JFK stuff, like, how the fuck do we not have the right to know who killed our sitting president? Who killed the sitting president? I don't give a fuck who it embarrasses. I don't care. And
Who
not
do you
to
think it
mention,
was?
I think it was Israel. I think it is Israel. I think it was the Jewish mafia. I think it was like a coordinated effort, whatever. I mean, you know, Jack Rubenstein, I mean, that was Jack Ruby, that was Jacob Rubenstein, you know, he's a Jewish mob guy. And, yeah, I mean, you look at the sequence of events. I mean, he literally wrote a letter to Ben Gurion saying, you are going to allow us to inspect your nuclear program, which they were not allowed to have, by the way. They stole that uranium from us, and they were not.
Hey, Buster
authorized to
Pack,
have a
stop
nuclear
writing
program
fucking
at all.
paragraphs,
They
bro.
kept
You're giving me
us
fucking a
around.
job to do here.
And he was putting his foot down.
I can barely see. You know my
How long's
vision's fucked up.
Netanyahu been in?
I don't know, but too fucking long. And I think that the way he got in was assassinating
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
the other person that was like in office running against him. I mean, I saw that, but
But it sounds
Hey,
like,
you're
based
squinting.
on what you're saying, they've been a little.
I like engagement. Knock it off with the
Suspicious for
paragraphs.
quite
I'm
some
out here
fucking
trying to read this shit. I can't. I'm squinting. It hurt my eyes.
It's a terrorist organization. They started their country by bombing the King David Hotel.
You want engagement?
Donald
Yeah, I want
Trump
engagement.
is a
Engage.
terrorist organization.
Engage.
Not like, those are all the people that founded Israel. That is absolutely
Punch the screen.
abomination. They
Punch your
never
phone.
should have had that country. I mean, that's Palestinian land. It was not theirs to take, you know.
Don't talk about my life.
And yeah,
Don't
they've
talk about my
just
private life either. What are you
nothing but
doing?
chaos since they've been
What are you doing?
You faith-based?
I definitely believe in God. Absolutely.
Motherfucker's
this-
retarded.
anybody
I
that
swear to
thinks
God.
that this entire thing was put together by chance is a fucking idiot. Like,
That's
there's,
what I say.
there's no version that there isn't like a higher power that created this. I mean, you don't have to be a genius to figure that out. I mean, you got some fucking bird and in this area that has a
Oh my God. Can you not talk about my personal life at all? God.
And the whole I mean, just everything is so perfectly balanced.
No
It
engagement
did
from me.
not
Can you
just
just shut
like
that up,
happen out of
please?
nowhere. It's just absurd. The only question is like, is this like actually a reality? Is it a simulation? That's kind of a question. But somebody created this. There is a higher power. It's not like a maybe.
Yeah, Dan, I agree.
That's a fact. Cash Patel's girlfriend.
Yo, Cash
You
Patel, the
think she's a
tweaker.
honeypot?
I know she's too hot for that motherfucker. But, I mean, you know, I focus on stuff that I know. I would say yes. I mean, if I had to guess, gun to my head, I would say, you know, yes, but I don't. There's so much stuff that I know for sure that's an absolute fact that I try not
thanks,
to
bro,
focus
I
on
love
too much
you.
that's like a maybe. Because there's just stuff that's not even disputed, right? There's so much stuff that's not disputed that, you know, for me, it's like, I just want to wake people up to that.
I think Buster
And-
Pack
But
West.
people are woken up. Again,
Yeah,
they're just not sure. And so without being sure, they just sit.
yeah.
Because again, like if everybody fully woke up, like there was fact, well then, dude, everybody would stand up and I think the whole game would be over. But the
I
problem
would
is,
hope. I mean, you know, you're a different generation than, you know, you and me come from a different generation than these kids now. You know,
30
like,
more
it's
minutes,
just-
man.
It's a super low testosterone, you know, ADD kind of virtual world, and it's not the same. Like, you know, we got beat up when we were kids. You know, we got it fucking bloody. We had to like go out and just play and entertain ourselves. It's just a very different world now. Kids are glued to their phones. You know, they talk a lot, but you know, they don't do a lot. And dude, when I read Pierce's comments, because he aired my episode 4 months after we did it, and I was pretty sure that when that aired, I was like, okay, this is gonna be the nail in the coffin. And when I looked at the comments, I was like, what the fuck? It was like 100% positive. It wasn't like 90%. It was 100%. Like, I was like, holy shit! Like, everybody knows.
that's what I'm saying. I think they're woke up, but
Yeah.
but there's
He
no
did get beat up by
certainty.
who?
I think there's certainty. It's just
Got beat
people
up a
don't
lot
know what to
growing
do
up.
about it. Like, what do you do?
Well, that's what I'm driving towards. Because like you can either run.
Bro,
which I
Buster
think-
Pack, I need to get a
I don't
computer
think
so I can hook up this
That's my
microphone.
problem.
Yeah.
Not you, not me, nobody. Unless one way, we all came together, then we could. But there's no way to unify we the people.
Yeah,
so
we were
there,
some
so
bad
there
kids.
is no
Exactly.
more we the people.
I could not agree more with what you're saying. I truly believe the only answer is unification. And this whole like fucking black against white, this fucking Christian against Muslim, this right against left, it's all a fucking distraction from who's actually causing the problems. And the right is so sure that the left is the problem. And a lot of them are fucking retards. I'm not saying they're not, but like they are fed these talking points. They're not, those talking points aren't coming from you know, some guy on the left that just decides. It's like, no, this is coming from the media. It's coming from the Jewish media. And so, and I think the left realizes Israel. You know, it's funny that the things that the right and the left are coming together on are the exact things that the politicians are coming
Look at my
together on the
PlayStation.
other
Pardon me,
side.
guys.
Right? The right and the left, they can't agree on anything politics-wise, the politicians, except for Israel. They all fucking support Israel. Now, the people
And
on the right,
Antarctica.
yeah, and the people on the right and the left can't fucking agree on anything, except for we should not be funding Israel. We should not be helping a genocide, right? So, like, the unifying issues of the people are similar to the unifying issues of the politicians. However, we're just on the opposite side. And I think that's a pretty good litmus test of, like, whether or not our politicians are corrupt. I think it's unequivocal. And the problem is you've got a system where
Oh, hell no. God damn.
we're not paying them a lot, and the way that they can get ahead is to use their power, and the way to use their power to monetize is never going to be to do the right thing. So you have a system that's like almost guaranteed to be corrupt. And so that's why I think that if we don't put some senators and congressmen and whatever into office in the next couple of years, I think we're fucked. Maybe fucked anyways, you know? Maybe we need Jesus to come back and save us, I don't know. But I'll tell you, it doesn't look good, because when politicians are openly covering up for pedophiles, when they are putting a foreign nation before our own.
Damn, I'm out here fucking up. How many people are nobody? 2.
At the bottom of the contract with the state of Tennessee that says, by signing this agreement for a government contract, state contract, you agree not to go against Israel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, see, that doesn't make any sense to me. Why would the
Boycotting
state of,
Israel is like illegal.
yeah, but why would the state of Tennessee care if someone has a beef with Israel?
Yeah, exactly.
So it leads me down that rabbit hole, and then I hear not just you, tons of people that come up with the same information, and I'm always like, where are you getting your facts? Because I want to go confirm myself.
Yeah.
Where are you getting these facts?
Well, it depends on the subject. Give me a subject and I'll tell you where to find the information.
Well, for example, you just tweeted, I think, on X that DHS is based in Israel. How's the Department of Homeland Security's official account, based in Israel?
Yeah, I mean, that's directly from that.
And you think Elon
That's
fucking
directly
knows
from
what he's doing when he does shit like that?
Here's the thing about Elon. I think he's done a lot of good. And I don't think that you get to that level of wealth without being compromised in some way, shape, or form. And I think that he wants to do the right thing, and I think he has done a lot of good. I mean, look, without X, I don't think we would have figured out as much as we figured out in the time period that we did. So I'd say his net effect has been very positive. But I also think he has to play the game a little bit. I mean, look, he was the guy that tweeted, when somebody said something to the effect of, almost all the attacks on being white are coming from the Jewish community, he responded with, this is the actual truth. And people went crazy about that, right? They're going to pull his sponsors, and that was when he went on that whole thing, like, fuck you, Bob Iger, whatever, like, I'm going to, say what I want to say, and, if you guys want to pull out, you can pull out, and Twitter lost a bunch of money, and I don't know, shortly thereafter, they marched him over to Israel, and then all of a sudden he changed his tune, and, this, that, and the other, but I think he knows. It's just like one of those things where maybe he's looking at it from the standpoint, maybe he's being somewhat selfish and like, hey, I want to live and I want, to have $500 billion and I want to be able to do what I want to do and I want to send rockets into space or whatever the fuck his like things are that he cares about. And he feels like, that stuff is more important, whatever. Or he also, could rationalize it and saying, hey, I've done a lot of good. And if I want to continue doing good, I got to play the game a little bit. That's where I think a lot of people land is like, they backwards rationalize out how they personally cannot be affected, and like their rationalization is like, well, I want to have a strong impact, but I can't do that if I'm broke, or I can't do that if I'm this, so I got to play the game.
A little bit.
That's where a lot of people land, And
I've been there, especially when they were first starting to suppress. I'm like,
I get it.
Well, dude, if they kick me the fuck off the internet, then what can I do?
I get it. No, I totally get it, man, and I understand that. I'm not talking shit. I totally understand that position, and it is absolutely rationalizable, and it makes perfect sense because to your point, if they can, are you going to have a stronger effect having a podcast, but kind of crafting the message a little bit, or just going fucking balls to the wall and then being canceled off the internet, and now you don't get to say anything? So I understand. I definitely get what you're saying. It's just a slippery slope, right? Because then if everybody's kind of also playing the game, it's tough too, So I get it, and that's what I'm saying with Elon. Are we better off if they just, what if he just went balls to the wall and they kill him? Maybe the argument is that a lot of people wake up from that. The other argument is, well, what if we lost? Actually, would we be worse off, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like hard to say, man. And a part of it is, some of these people, feel like they have to play the game. That's been the whole Trump thing. Is like everybody's like, oh, Trump's playing 5D chess, and like. Still have hope.
Do you think Trump's compromised?
100%, dude. Like you can't go after Massey. Like, listen, like the Israel thing, like you could make arguments for like he's just playing the game there. He's appeasing Netanyahu, and then he's gonna fry him, or you could come up with some like thing. But like going after Massey, and also the Epstein thing on top of it, and bombing Iran, like I don't think. Look, I guess time will tell. I mean, anything is possible, but I would say it's like a super low probability. I also think Trump is like a, pretty normally selfish guy. Like he does care about himself. I think he went into office with 36 convictions. He was in debt, and now it's like his kids are all multimillionaires. He's doing good. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, I get it. Not everyone wants to just say fuck you and fucking set their life on fire. I don't expect them to,
But unless it helped.
Even if it helped, I don't think most people would do it.
No, I would if it helped. Like if I could, if I had to sacrifice, but man, I was the linchpin that brought it all down, and they got a statue of me somewhere, and the fucking world is saved because I did something. I would do it. The problem is, I speak up, and all of a sudden, boom, I'm bankrupted, I'm silenced, and now I'm telling everybody in my neighborhood, no one gives a fuck.
Gives a shit.
And no one even in Illinois hears what I'm saying. So it's like they can literally silence you because the news comes from social media and the media. And as soon as you're not on there, like, dude, there's people that died today and no one knows.
Yeah.
And no one will ever know. So I always think to myself, you got to play the game a little bit just so you're at least a operative of the rebellion.
I get it. I totally understand. And I'm not arguing with you. And I think it would be ridiculous to expect people to do, crazy sacrifices.
Good.
You have a more legitimate, I would say, shot at becoming president than because you have the notoriety.
Yeah, I think at this point I don't want to do it. I don't want to be in Thailand fucking freediving and doing mushrooms on a beach. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Senator, congressman, or any of that shit.
Why not just straight up president?
Well, that's not for. I think that's
I'm be
the
doing
ultimate,
mushrooms on a beach somewhere. That'd be awesome.
Changer of policy and whatever. I mean, that should be the ultimate goal if you want to enact change. But that's not for another 3 years. I think in the interim, you have to do something as well. If for no other reason than just having those conversations on a large scale, on mainstream media. I think the people that are not awake are the older generation. The problem is the older generation is the one that votes a lot more. And so, although I will say, I think, especially with the mail-in ballots, I think that these issues are something that could actually get they always talk about getting young voters out, and, this is going to be the thing, and they're going to come out and vote for me, and then they never fucking do. I actually think that this is a time when the young voters might actually come out and start voting when they never have before, because people really care about this shit. To protest, and they're protesting all around the world. I've never gone to a protest, and I really fucking care. Like, I was willing to fucking die for this shit, and I'm not out protesting. So I think when you've got people that are pissed off enough to go protest, they'll fill in a mail-in ballot, because protesting is probably pretty fucking boring.
You think there should be mail-in ballots?
I think there is in Vegas.
I don't think there should be. I think you should
agree.
show your ID.
100%.
And then when they're against that, again, corrupt.
100%.
Of course you're against it, motherfucker. But I can't buy a beer without ID. I can't buy Zins without ID. Even me. And dude, clearly I am of age. So the law says you must card them.
As you should. They had dead people voting.
Yeah, but why not a vote? Like a vote, you have to be from here.
Yep.
And you have to show ID. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, we the people, I think, all agree.
Well, they used COVID. That was their excuse. That was the way to weasel out of that. Is we can't have people come in because it's not safe, and so we have to do the mail-in ballots and blah blah blah. And that was their excuse. COVID was used to sneak a lot of things in.
Oh yeah.
And so.
And make a shit ton of money.
A shit ton of money. You look at who was the head of the CDC, Rochelle Walensky, Jew, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. You look at the people that are head of Pfizer, all these different COVID corporations that were pushing this. It was predominantly Jewish, dual citizenship with Israel, and then you look also what RFK said, which is Jews and